in our round of 16 game. All my reaction to the team lineups and this afternoon's game is coming next, and it's right here live on West Ham Unofficial. And that one change for Gareth Southgate's side comes in the form of Kobbie Mainoo coming into the 11. So it reads Pickford in goal, back four from right to left of Walker. And then you've got, who've we got? Gahey and Stones as the two centre-halves. You then move out to Trippier. There was doubts about Trippier, whether he would make the team this afternoon. He has made it. The injury concerns have been put to one side for Kieran Trippier. He starts again at left-back, of course, with the absent Luke Shaw still unavailable as we enter the knockout stages of this Euros campaign. Into midfield, that's where the change occurs. Conor Gallagher was brought into the last game to try and shore things up, to try and add some balance to the midfield. It dreadfully backfired for Southgate. So he's turned to his other midfield option in Manchester United's Kobbie Mainoo. Many people have called for it, and Southgate has listened. I thought he looked quite good actually in the game when he came on against Denmark. So I think he's given him the nod in relation to that second half performance. Of Conor Gallagher didn't do himself any favours and has therefore been dropped. No sign of Trent Alexander-Arnold's re-emerging in the midfield. He is not there. That ship has well and truly sailed. Moving forward, you've got Rice and Bellingham. So you've got Rice further back, and you've got Bellingham in midfield as well. And he's gone with the same front three of Kane, Captain Kane through the middle. Out on one side, you've got Phil Foden, and out on the other, you've got Bukayo Saka. That is England's starting lineup for today's last 16 game. No Palmer, no Gordon, question marks raised over that. We'll dissect all of that and loads more in just a couple of seconds. Let's have a little look at who is joining us in the chat. Usual suspect, I hope you're well. England 2-5, Slovakia 15-2. The draw is 16-5. Those are your odds for the last 16 game. Look, I'm not, I've a little bit of energy in the start. I don't know what happened there. In terms of the game itself, it is just, it's flat. It's, a lot of people have said it. It's quite tough to get yourself up for. It's just, just a bit flat and a bit dreary, really, isn't it? I don't know what's happening to the Wi-Fi signal. I really don't know. It says I've got one bar. So if it's unstable, I do apologise, which it looks like it is. So I apologise for that. I've got no idea what's going on in this house. Anyway, right, we will move on. Draw a value, and I suppose us to win on penalties. That's got to be it, hasn't it? Usual suspect. I hope you're well. The atmosphere, of course, you're out in Slovakia, Fahad, aren't you? Conveniently, it's insane. There we go. Have you got your England shirt on to start with? And what's the vibe like? How are their fans feeling going in to this game? Oh, here we go. I've opted for a West Ham shirt rather than an England shirt. Maybe a slightly more relaxed version of what you could have done. Predictable, absolutely. Boring lineup, no risk, and all the players who have failed. Exactly. Usual says, I've had a disaster so far in this tournament. Hopefully things change. Sharpish. We will see. I don't know what's going on. I hope it's got a bit better. I think it has got a bit better, but we will see. Usual, but not much. Jake's 0-0. Exactly. I betted. I didn't bet. I'll stress that. I suggested a 0-0 for the game on Tuesday, and that helped by the sounds of it. Here we go. I'm going to say 3-0 to England. Come on, your three lines. I like the confidence there. Afternoon 1-0 to England. Score and defend. That will be the mantra from Southgate, won't it? Absolutely. Look, I find it difficult to get off of this game. I've reiterated that. The lineup is uninspiring. He hasn't gone with the attacking shining lights that we've seen in real small proportions so far in this campaign. The likes of Palmer, the likes of Gordon. He's stuck with his favoured Saka and Foden, who have yet to show any real quality so far in this competition. Hopefully today that changes. Hopefully we see that impact that we've seen throughout the entirety of the Premier League season, with both Saka and Foden leading the attacking threat for the two teams who vigorously fought for that Premier League title last season. And we need that to occur today. We need that. Look, Slovakia aren't going to be the best team left in this competition, but believe me, if we're as bad as we have been in the first 3 games, they might just pull up a shock. This Euros has been not short of a shock so far. Look at the Georgia-Portugal result. Look, I know the game meant nothing to Portugal, but that's still a result indicating the magnitude of upsets that can be performed in this Euros so far. And look, don't be surprised. It wouldn't be at all surprised today, would it? I don't think anybody watching this now, I don't think anyone would feel surprised if we got knocked out and if we played like we did in the first 3 games. That's not me being negative, it's me being realistic of what we've seen so far. If Slovakia turn up today, they execute a game plan tailored to try and attack our weaknesses that have been evident in the first 3 games of this Euros, and at the end of the day, it's not a wild out of the realms possibility, is it? I'm going to get the Slovakia lineup up, which I think is quite brave in terms of my pronunciation live on air, but we are going to do it anyway. If I can find their Twitter page, which I'm struggling to at the moment, I might have to head over to the BBC to find their lineup. I don't know too many of their players, but I'm going to give it a blooming good go, because why not? Why not in that situation? But look, yeah, I'm not overly positive. We should win. We probably will win, but there is that element of doubt in the back of my mind. If we play like we have done in the last 3 games and Slovakia turn up and put in a decent performance, they can, and they just might beat us this afternoon. Right, I have both lineups next to each other. I am just going to flick over to that screen. Bear with me. That should, no, not yet, because I haven't pressed the button. That should be up onto your screen now. There we go. So Slovakia lineup is Martin Dubravka. Is he on the books at Newcastle, I think? Hanko Skriniar, really good centre-half, widely regarded as pretty decent in European football. Vavro Pekarik, Duda, Lobotoka, Kuka, Harasalin, Stretelek, and Shran. So look, we don't know too many of those names there. Manager Francesco Calzona. Look, the 2 names I recognise there are Dubravka, of course, has played in the Premier League, and Skriniar, who has played in European football for a good few years. So look, I'm not going to offer any input into Slovakia, apart from they were in the group that every team got 4 points, and Ukraine, who finished bottom of that group on 4 points, went home, whereas Romania, who finished top of the group on 4 points, went through to the last 16, as did the 2nd and the 3rd place team. So if you're Ukraine, you're feeling pretty hard done by in that situation. But it shows there was some real competitiveness in that group. To have all 4 teams finish on 4 points is rather stark and rather unpredictable, I suppose you could say. That won't happen on too many occasions. Of course, my knowledge on Slovakia is incredibly vast. I didn't take geography at GCSE, so I couldn't even tell you where it is in Europe, if I'm totally honest. But Fathead's there, so Fathead can tell us where it is and what the vibe is like there. Fathead says Foden, who has missed training all week, and Saka, who's gone missing all tournaments. So, exactly, because he went home, didn't he, Foden? I forgot about that for the birth of his 3rd child. So, yeah, he's jetted back, and there was question marks over not Foden. I've just said Foden. Start again. There were question marks about Trippier as well, whether he'd be fit enough. That has been disputed. He is in that starting 11 today. We do have a helicopter circling our house looking for an attacking manager. Hopefully we'll find one, because we currently don't have one. Michael reckons that if I press on it, there we go, Haraslin is the one to watch. The big Slovak football knowledge. At least he's honest about it, unlike that Thugden who pretends he knows every player in the world. Fair enough. Yeah, I've got absolutely no idea how they're going to play, what they're going to be like. I've heard of a couple of their players, but apart from that, I have not got a clue. That is the official and professional punditry you're going to get from me right here. Can't believe Italy lost. I know. I mean, they're fall off pretty much since they lost to us. They're fall off pretty much since they beat us in the final 3 years ago. It's been sensational. Failed to qualify for the World Cup and out in the following Euros in the last 16 when they're trying to defend their crown. I mean, it's just been remarkable, hasn't it? Absolutely remarkable. Get your score predictions into the chat then. England 2-0, says Stanley. 2-1 England, messy game. I'm going to disagree with the first element, but probably agree with the second element of that. My prediction is 1-0 to England. Messy game is what I'd use to describe the game. I'm going for 1-0. God knows who's going to score an own goal. Maybe that would just about epitomise it, wouldn't it? I haven't got any confidence that we're going to see a difference to what we've seen in the opening 3 games, having seen that starting lineup. If he'd have started Palmer and Gordon and switch things up and be a little bit radical about it this afternoon, then maybe I would have sat there and went, you know what, fair enough, he's changed it. He's actually engaged some logic into who's been playing well so far, and he's backed those players, but he hasn't. He's stuck with it. And if it works today, brilliant. If it doesn't, yet again, more question marks will be raised over Gareth Southgate's head. Let's have a look at some more of your comments then. Where did I get to on here? Saka has no defensive quality. At least Bowen can defend. Exactly. Oh yeah. Of course. Look, we're prone to wanting Bowen to play, of course, because of our West Ham allegiance. But Saka defensively offers nothing, and at the moment, attackingly, he offers nothing. He gets nudged off the ball really easily. He's not been too much of a threat. Him and Foden together have been pretty diabolical, if we're honest. Hasn't Duda been linked with us? Probably. Most players have. If we're totally honest, Foden is back in the starting 11 tonight. Here we go. We've got some geographical knowledge of Slovakia because our football knowledge is lacking. It's next to the Czech Republic and Austria. Best to fly to Vienna, kind of. Fair enough. Very friendly people. Very friendly. Right then, let's have a look. 1-0 Watkins, 97th minute. There we go. Imagine the scenes of that. That won't do too much for my heart rate, to be honest. But look, there we go. I'm going 1-0 England. I'm hoping, I'm praying. I'm not going to hold my breath too much for a more positive performance, but let's hope that's what we see from England this afternoon. I'm going for 1-0. I'm hoping for a better performance. I'm not expecting it. I'm hoping with a optimistic hat on. If it's not working, I hope Southgate changes it quicker and doesn't bring Gordon on with about 90 seconds to go like he did in the last game in Group C. But a better performance and get those attacking players on the pitch that have been derived, that have been, not shown any game time whatsoever, who in their very minimum amount of game time has shown maximum quality and ability. Get them on the pitch and let's cause Slovakia some problems. Let's not be predictable like we have been in the first 3 games. Let's show a bit of directness. Let's up the tempo within the play. Let's not roll it along the back 4, then into Rice in midfield, who's practically playing as a third centre half, then roll it back to Pickford. Let's up sort of the spirit and the tempo of our football, because it's always too predictable and slow. We need to be better overall, and hopefully that starts today. Come on, England. I'll do a quick reaction on the full-time whistle. Well, hopefully I'm smiling and I haven't fallen asleep. From me, come on England, and I will see you soon right here on West Ham Official. Thanks for everyone for joining me on this match build-up show. I am off to get a drink and hopefully sit down to watch some attacking football. Again, I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but I will see you soon. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.